Chosen one, your true love is coming. God has approved it. You did not arrive here by accident, and there is something very precious waiting for you inside these words that your heart cannot afford to miss, because heaven itself has been quietly preparing a moment that will change the way you understand love, connection, and the gentle way God restores what once felt lost. There has been a long season where your heart carried silent weight, where you smiled for others but kept certain hopes hidden deep inside, and God has seen every second of that quiet endurance with a love that never turned away. Type yes to affirm. This is not about chance or coincidence, because God does not move randomly when it comes to matters of your heart, and what is being prepared for you carries His approval, His timing, and His perfect understanding of who you are becoming. There were nights when your thoughts wandered into places of doubt, where you wondered if real love was meant for you, or if it was something that belonged to others. Yet, even in those moments, Jesus stayed close, gently protecting your heart from connections that would have broken you instead of building you. You may not have understood the delays, and sometimes it felt like doors were closing without explanation, but God was not denying you love. He was shaping your path so that when it finally arrives, it comes with peace instead of confusion, and with truth instead of illusion. If this moment is touching your heart in a quiet and meaningful way, take a second to like this video, because it helps this message reach others who are also waiting for something real and pure. The love that is coming into your life is not ordinary, and it does not carry the same patterns that hurt you before, because God has carefully removed what could not stay and is now bringing something that aligns with your growth, your healing, and your deeper purpose. This person will not arrive to complete you, because God has already been doing that work within you, but they will arrive to walk beside you, to understand your silence, and to value the strength you built when no one else was watching. Jesus has been guiding both hearts, even when you were living completely separate lives, preparing moments, shaping choices, and allowing lessons to unfold, so that when you finally meet, there will be a sense of recognition that feels calm instead of overwhelming. This is the kind of connection that does not rush or pressure, because it carries the gentle rhythm of God's timing, where everything feels right without needing to be forced or explained. You are not behind in life, and you have not missed your chance at love, because God does not work with human timelines, and what He has approved for you cannot be taken away or replaced by something lesser. There were people who walked into your life for a short time, and even though some of those endings hurt deeply, they were never meant to stay, because they could not carry the kind of love your soul truly needs. This love will feel different in ways that are hard to describe with simple words, because it will bring a quiet sense of safety that allows you to be fully yourself, without fear of being misunderstood or rejected. You will not feel the need to pretend or hide parts of your story, because this person will see your past not as something broken, but as something that shaped your strength and made you who you are today. God has been working in unseen ways, arranging things beyond your understanding, and even now, He is aligning circumstances so that your paths come closer together with each passing day. There is no need to chase or force anything, because what is meant for you will find its way to you in the right moment, without confusion or struggle. There will be a moment when you realize that all the waiting was not empty, and that every delay carried a purpose that protected your heart and prepared you for something deeper than what you once thought you wanted. You will look back and understand that God was not silent, but carefully writing a story that needed time to unfold in the right way. The love that is coming will not bring chaos into your life, because God's approval carries peace, clarity, and a quiet certainty that settles into your heart like something familiar and safe. It will not make you question your worth or your place in someone's life, because it will be built on mutual respect, kindness, and a shared understanding of what truly matters. There is a healing happening within you right now, even if you do not fully see it yet, and that healing is making space for something new to enter your life without being weighed down by old pain or fear. God is not only bringing someone into your life, He is also preparing you to receive that love in a way that feels whole and free. The journey has not been easy, and there were moments when you felt alone in ways that words could not fully capture, but those moments were not wasted, because they brought you closer to God and taught you how to stand strong even when everything felt uncertain. That strength will now become part of the love you are about to experience, making it deeper, stronger, and more meaningful than anything you have known before. This is not a temporary connection that fades with time, because what God approves carries a lasting foundation that does not break under pressure or change with circumstances. It grows slowly, like something rooted deeply in truth, and it continues to strengthen as both hearts move forward together with faith and trust. Inside your mind is a small region connected to achievement and abundance, once concealed within restricted research and classified documents. This newly disclosed frequency is helping people replace financial pressure with calm and balance, and God has guided you to encounter this at just the right time. Click the link in the description and comments to activate this hidden brainwave now. You may still have moments where your thoughts drift back into old doubts, but those doubts no longer have the same power over you, because your heart has been slowly strengthened through every experience you have lived through. There was a time when love felt uncertain, when it seemed fragile and easily broken, and those memories may still linger quietly within you, but they are no longer shaping your future in the same way. Jesus has been gently lifting those burdens from your spirit, allowing you to breathe again without carrying the fear that something beautiful will be taken away too soon. The love that is approaching you does not come with hidden intentions or unstable emotions, because it has been formed under the watchful care of God, shaped through patience, understanding, and truth. This connection will feel like something you do not need to question constantly, because it will not place you in a position where you feel unsure of your place or your value. Instead, it will feel like a calm assurance, like a quiet voice inside your heart that tells you everything is finally aligned in the way it should be. There will be no need to chase attention or prove your worth, because this person will already see you with a clarity that comes from a place of sincerity and deep respect. Type 1111 if you trust in God. As you continue walking forward, you may begin to notice small changes within yourself that feel subtle but meaningful, because your heart is becoming more open without losing the strength you have built. This is the balance that God has been preparing you for, where you can love deeply without losing yourself, and where you can trust without ignoring your own peace. The love that is coming into your life will honor that balance, because it will not ask you to become someone else in order to be accepted. There will be moments when you feel a quiet sense of recognition, even before words are spoken or feelings are fully understood, because something within you will recognize the presence of truth and sincerity. This is not something that can be forced or created artificially, because it flows naturally when God brings two paths together with purpose. You will feel it in the way conversations unfold, in the way silence feels comfortable instead of awkward, and in the way your heart begins to rest instead of question. God has been protecting both you and this person from connections that were not meant to last, even when those separations felt confusing or painful at the time. There were lessons that needed to be learned separately, and growth that could only happen through individual journeys, because the love that is coming requires both of you to stand as whole individuals rather than incomplete halves. This is why the timing has been so important, because rushing this process would have brought unnecessary struggles that God chose to prevent. You are not stepping into something uncertain, because God does not lead His children into confusion when it comes to matters that shape their lives so deeply. Instead, He prepares a path that allows you to walk forward with peace, even if you do not see every detail clearly at first. The clarity will come in gentle moments, in quiet realizations, and in the way your heart begins to feel safe in ways it has not felt before. There will be a warmth in this connection that feels different from anything you have known, because it will not depend on constant reassurance or dramatic expressions to feel real. It will exist in simple moments, in shared understanding, and in the way both of you support each other without needing to ask. This is the kind of love that grows stronger over time, because it is built on something deeper than temporary emotions or passing excitement. Type 1212 if you walk by faith. As this love begins to take shape in your life, you may find yourself looking back at your past with a new understanding, seeing how every experience, both joyful and painful, played a role in bringing you to this point. Nothing was wasted, and nothing was meaningless, because God uses every part of your story to prepare you for what is ahead. Even the moments that felt like setbacks were guiding you towards something that could truly remain in your life without causing harm. There will be a sense of peace that settles into your heart, not all at once, but gradually, like a gentle light that grows brighter with each passing day. This peace is one of the clearest signs that what you are experiencing is aligned with God's will, because His presence always brings calm rather than confusion. You will begin to trust this feeling more, allowing it to guide you instead of allowing fear to take control. This person will not come into your life to change who you are, because they will already appreciate the person you have become through your journey. They will see your strength, your kindness, and your resilience, and they will value those qualities instead of trying to reshape them. This mutual respect will become one of the strongest foundations of your connection, allowing both of you to grow together without losing your individuality. God is not only bringing you together for companionship, but also for purpose, because there is something meaningful that your connection will contribute to the world around you. This does not need to be something grand or visible to everyone, because even small acts of love, kindness, and support carry deep significance when they are rooted in truth. Together, you will create moments that reflect God's love in ways that touch others, even if those moments seem simple on the surface. You are stepping into a season where your heart will no longer feel like it is waiting endlessly, because the movement that has already begun will continue to unfold in ways that bring clarity and peace. There is no need to rush ahead or try to control the outcome, because God is already guiding every step with care and understanding. All that is needed from you is to remain open, to trust the process, and to allow yourself to receive what is being placed in your life. A little-known 7-second morning habit that was once confined to CIA documents is now resurfacing in public view, and people are already noticing rapid financial improvements. It only takes a few seconds to do, yet it activates a dormant wealth center in the brain that most individuals never tap into. Click the link in the description and comments now to see it before it disappears. This love is not arriving to fill a temporary space, because it is meant to stay, to grow, and to become a steady presence that supports you through every season of life. It will not disappear when challenges arise, because it is built on a foundation that can withstand difficulty without breaking apart. This is the difference between what is fleeting and what is lasting, and God has chosen to give you something that remains. There will be a moment when everything begins to make sense in a quiet and beautiful way, when you realize that the waiting, the healing, and the growth were all leading to this point. That moment will not feel overwhelming or chaotic, because it will carry a sense of calm that allows you to fully receive it without fear. You are not alone in this journey, and you never have been, because God has been walking beside you through every step, guiding you towards something that reflects His love in a real and lasting way. The path ahead is opening slowly, but it is opening with purpose, and what is waiting for you there carries a depth that cannot be taken away. Now, something has changed inside you, because the lessons you have lived through have created a deeper awareness, one that allows you to feel truth instead of chasing illusion. The love that is coming into your life will not confuse your spirit, because it carries a calm clarity that settles into your thoughts without struggle. You will not find yourself overthinking every word or action, because this connection will not create doubt where there should be peace. Instead, there will be a steady sense of understanding, as if something inside you already knows that this is different from everything that came before. Type 2020 to claim miracles. God has been shaping your heart in ways that may not have been obvious at first, because true preparation often happens quietly, without attention or recognition. There were moments when you felt like nothing was changing, when it seemed like your life was standing still, yet even in those moments, something important was taking place within you. Your patience was growing, your strength was deepening, and your ability to love without losing yourself was being carefully built. This new love will not ask you to forget who you are or where you have come from, because it will honor your journey and everything that has shaped you along the way. There will be a natural respect between both of you, a kind of understanding that does not need constant explanation, because it is felt rather than forced. You will find comfort in being yourself, without the pressure to impress or prove anything, because this connection will already see your worth clearly. There is also something beautiful about the way God is preparing the other heart involved in this story, because just as you have been growing and healing, that person has been walking their own path of learning and transformation. Their journey may have been different from yours, but it has been just as important, because it has brought them to a place where they can meet you with sincerity, patience, and a genuine desire to build something real. Type 666 if you trust Jesus. When this love begins to unfold more clearly, it will not feel rushed or overwhelming, because God's timing always carries a sense of balance that protects both hearts involved. There will be space for understanding, space for growth, and space for both of you to move forward together without fear of losing what is being built. This kind of connection does not demand perfection, because it is rooted in acceptance, where both of you can grow without feeling judged or misunderstood. You may notice that your heart feels lighter as this unfolds, because the weight you once carried is slowly being replaced with peace. This peace is not something temporary, because it comes from knowing that what you are experiencing is aligned with something greater than your own plans or expectations. It is a quiet reassurance that God is present in this connection, guiding it with care and wisdom. There will be moments when you reflect on your past and realize how much you have changed, how much you have grown, and how different your understanding of love has become. What once felt acceptable to you no longer feels right, and what once seemed out of reach now feels possible in a calm and natural way. This is the result of the work God has been doing within you, preparing you for something that matches your growth instead of holding you back. This love will not be built on fleeting emotions that fade with time, because it will be supported by something deeper, something that remains steady even when circumstances change. There will be trust, not just in each other, but also in the path that God has created for both of you. This trust will become the foundation that allows your connection to grow stronger over time, instead of weakening under pressure. As you continue moving forward, you may begin to feel a quiet excitement, not the kind that overwhelms your thoughts, but the kind that brings a gentle sense of anticipation. It is the feeling of knowing that something meaningful is approaching, something that has been carefully prepared for you with intention and love. This feeling is not something to fear, because it is rooted in truth rather than uncertainty. God is not bringing this love into your life to test you or confuse you, but to bless you in a way that reflects His understanding of your heart. He has seen your patience, your resilience, and your willingness to keep believing even when things did not make sense. Now, He is allowing something new to enter your life, something that carries the peace and stability you have been quietly hoping for. What if just 7 seconds a day could completely change your financial future? A recently uncovered CIA-linked document has revealed a powerful brainwave ritual that everyday people are using to break free from debt and attract real wealth. Backed by research from 4 neuroscience labs, this simple at-home method is helping people manifest new homes, luxury cars, financial freedom, and dream vacations faster than they ever imagined. Thousands are already using it, but there is a catch. This information may not stay online for long. If you are seeing this right now, consider it a sign. Click the link in the description and comments before this secret disappears forever. There will be a sense of partnership in this connection that feels natural and effortless, because both of you will be willing to support each other without hesitation. This does not mean that everything will always be perfect, but it does mean that there will be a shared commitment to understanding, to growth, and to maintaining the bond that God has placed between you. You are stepping into a season where love is no longer something you feel uncertain about, because it will begin to show itself in clear and meaningful ways. You will not have to search for signs or wonder if something is real, because it will reveal itself through consistency, through care, and through the way it brings peace into your life. This is the kind of love that does not fade when challenges arise, because it is built on something stronger than temporary feelings. It is supported by faith, by understanding, and by a shared desire to move forward together with purpose. This is why God has taken the time to prepare both of you, because something lasting requires a strong and steady foundation. You may not see everything clearly yet, and that is perfectly all right, because God does not reveal everything at once. He allows things to unfold gradually, so that you can fully experience each moment without becoming overwhelmed. Trust that what is meant for you is already moving closer, guided by a love that never makes mistakes. Your heart is no longer in the same place it once was, and that is something to be grateful for, because it means you are ready to receive something better, something deeper, and something that aligns with who you are now. The journey you have walked has brought you to this point, and everything that is coming next is built upon that growth. There is no need to look back with regret, because every step you have taken has led you here, to a place where love is no longer something uncertain, but something real and present. God has not forgotten your desire, and He has not ignored your prayers, because He has been working patiently to bring something into your life that truly belongs there. The path ahead is opening in a quiet and steady way, and what is waiting for you there carries a sense of belonging that cannot be replaced. This love will not feel distant or unreachable, because it will meet you where you are, and it will grow with you as you continue moving forward. That hesitation was not weakness, but a sign of everything you had endured, and God has been gently healing that part of you, so that it no longer controls your ability to embrace what is real. The love that is coming will not awaken those old fears in the same way, because it will not carry the same patterns that once caused confusion and pain. Instead, it will move with a calm and steady presence, allowing your heart to open at its own pace without pressure or expectation. You will feel safe taking your time, safe being honest about your feelings, and safe trusting the process without constantly looking for signs of something going wrong. Type 2323 if you agree. God understands the depth of your heart in a way that no one else ever could, and He knows exactly what kind of love will bring you peace instead of unrest. That is why this connection has been carefully guided, because it is not meant to repeat the past, but to bring something entirely new into your life. This love will not arrive to challenge your worth, but to reflect it, to show you through actions and presence that you are valued, seen, and appreciated in a way that feels genuine. There will be a softness in this connection that allows both of you to be open without fear of judgment, because it will not be built on expectations that are impossible to meet. Instead, it will grow through understanding, through shared moments, and through the quiet support that comes from simply being there for each other. This is the kind of love that does not need constant attention to survive, because it is rooted in something deeper than surface-level emotions. Type 1212 if you walk by faith. As this relationship begins to take shape, you may notice how different it feels compared to what you have experienced before, because it will not drain your energy or leave you feeling uncertain about your place. Instead, it will bring a sense of balance, where you can give and receive without feeling overwhelmed or neglected. There will be a natural flow to your connection, one that allows both of you to grow individually while also building something meaningful together. God has been teaching you how to listen to your heart in a new way, not through fear or doubt, but through peace and clarity. This is an important part of your journey, because it allows you to recognize what is right for you without needing constant reassurance from others. The love that is coming will align with this new understanding, making it easier for you to trust what you feel instead of questioning it. There will be moments when you feel a quiet sense of gratitude, not just for the person entering your life, but for everything you went through that brought you to this point. Even the difficult experiences will begin to make sense in a new way, because you will see how they helped shape your strength and your ability to love with wisdom. Nothing you experienced was wasted, because it all played a role in preparing you for something that truly belongs in your life. Could a hidden CIA brain ritual be the missing key to wealth and abundance? A leaked report has exposed a shocking 7-second technique designed to reprogram the mind for financial success. Verified by 4 leading neuroscience labs, this simple daily ritual is helping ordinary people move from stress and debt into lives filled with money, luxury, travel, and opportunity. People who once struggled to pay bills are now experiencing financial breakthroughs they never thought possible. But warnings say this page could be removed at any moment. Click the link in the description and comments below to see why so many people are talking about it right now. This love will not rush to define itself too quickly, because it will be allowed to grow naturally, without pressure or expectation. There will be time to understand each other, to build trust, and to create a foundation that feels strong and steady. This is important because what is built slowly often lasts longer, and God is not interested in giving you something that fades with time. You will also notice that this connection brings out a different side of you, one that feels lighter, more open, and more at peace. It will not change who you are, but it will allow parts of you that were hidden or guarded to come forward in a safe and natural way. This is one of the signs that what you are experiencing is real, because it allows you to grow without forcing you to become someone else. God is not only bringing you love, but also a sense of alignment that touches other areas of your life as well. As this connection unfolds, you may find that other things begin to fall into place, because when something is aligned with God's will, it often creates a ripple effect that brings balance and clarity to your path. This is not something to fear, but something to embrace with an open heart. There will be a quiet strength in this relationship that allows both of you to face challenges without feeling like everything is falling apart. Instead of creating distance, difficulties will become opportunities for understanding and growth, because both of you will be willing to listen, to support, and to move forward together. This is what makes a connection lasting, not the absence of problems, but the willingness to work through them with care and respect. You are not stepping into something uncertain, because God does not guide His children into confusion when it comes to matters of the heart. Even if you do not see every detail clearly right now, you can trust that what is unfolding is being guided with purpose and understanding. The clarity will come in time, and it will come in a way that feels natural and reassuring. There is also a sense of timing in all of this that cannot be rushed or controlled, because God's plans unfold according to a rhythm that is greater than human understanding. You may have once felt impatient, wondering why things were not happening sooner, but now you are beginning to see that every delay had a purpose. Without that time, you would not be standing where you are now, ready to receive something better. This love is not meant to be a temporary chapter in your life, because it carries a depth that allows it to grow and evolve over time. It will not remain the same, because both of you will continue to change and grow, but that growth will strengthen your connection rather than weaken it. This is what makes it lasting, the ability to move forward together without losing what you have built. You will not need to hold on to this love tightly out of fear, because it will not feel like something that could easily slip away. Instead, it will feel secure, like something that belongs in your life and has a place there without question. This sense of security is one of the greatest gifts God can give, because it allows you to fully experience love without the constant worry of losing it. There will be a moment when you realize that your heart no longer carries the same weight it once did, because it has been filled with something new, something that brings peace instead of pain. That moment will not come with loud announcements or dramatic changes, but with a quiet understanding that everything is finally aligning in the way it should. God has not forgotten your desire for love, and He has not ignored the quiet prayers you carried in your heart. He has been listening, guiding, and preparing something that reflects His understanding of who you are and what you truly need. What is coming into your life is not random, but carefully chosen and approved with a love that sees beyond what you can see. The path ahead will continue to open in gentle ways, revealing more of what has been prepared for you step by step. There is no need to rush or force anything, because what is meant for you will come in the right time, without confusion or struggle. All that is needed is your trust, your openness, and your willingness to receive what God is placing in your life. There is a gentle truth that is now settling into your heart, something that feels calm and steady, because you are beginning to understand that love guided by God does not arrive with confusion or fear, but with a quiet assurance that grows stronger over time. In the past, your heart may have tried to hold on tightly to what felt uncertain, hoping that it would become something lasting. But now you are stepping into a different kind of experience, one that does not require constant effort to feel secure. This is not because you have changed everything around you, but because God has changed something within you that allows you to receive love in a healthier and more peaceful way. The love that is approaching your life carries a softness that will not overwhelm you, because it has been shaped with care and intention. You will not feel like you are losing control or being pulled into something uncertain, because this connection will move in a way that allows you to stay grounded and present. There will be a sense of calm that stays with you even when you are apart, because what is being built between you is not dependent on constant presence to feel real. Type Amen if you believe. Imagine discovering a 7-second ritual so powerful that it could help erase debt and attract wealth almost instantly. According to a leaked CIA-backed study, this little-known brainwave technique is already transforming lives around the world. Supported by 4 neuroscience labs, the method is said to train your mind to attract money, success, and abundance naturally. From dream homes and luxury cars to unforgettable vacations, people claim their lives changed after using this simple practice. The shocking part? This information may be taken down soon. If you want to see what everyone is talking about, click the link in the description and comments before it disappears. God has been teaching you how to recognize the difference between something that feels intense and something that feels true, because not everything that is strong in emotion is meant to last. What is coming into your life now will not rely on intensity alone, because it is supported by something deeper, something that remains steady even when emotions shift or circumstances change. This is the kind of love that does not fade when things become difficult, because it is rooted in understanding, patience, and a shared commitment to grow together. There will be a quiet respect between both of you that allows space for individuality, because true love does not try to control or reshape who you are. Instead, it creates an environment where both people feel free to be themselves while still building something meaningful together. This balance is important because it allows the relationship to grow without creating pressure or expectations that are impossible to meet. Type 1919 to receive miracles. As this connection continues to unfold, you may notice that your heart feels more at ease in ways that are difficult to explain with simple words.